Hello, it is another episode of Sunday Magazine on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, being the first Sunday in the month of May. Messages from the pulpits focuses on love, humility and ceaseless prayer for unity. Also, the laudable efforts made by Nigerian government to rescue her stranded citizens in Sudan, and on welfare, the Police Service Commission is giving attention to the welfare of some newly recruited officers. Now, do you know today is World Laughter Day? I guess you are curious to know more. Well, do not be in a haste, as our correspondent, Mariam George-Jutubo, will be telling us why the day is important and commemorated. Of course, I am Ifoma Ojinta, and we shall be right back. Thanks for staying tuned, and let's begin with messages from the pulpits. Christians in Nigeria have been advised to be humble, always give thanks to God at all times, and pray as well as seek the face of the Lord for healing of the land. Hadiza Godwin Ebune reports that this was the thrust of the sermon at the St. Sylvester's Catholic Church and other churches visited.
It was an atmosphere of outpouring love and gratitude to God for His grace and the gift of life at the St. Sylvester Catholic Church, as the parish priest, Reverend Father Vincent Aveshi, and other members of the church thanked God for His mercies all round about them.
All we need to do is to trust in God and to trust in Jesus, because it tells us that He is the way, is the truth, and the life.
To thank God today for the grace He has upon the members. For us, being alive is a testimony for us.
At the Temple of Mercy Prophetic Ministry, senior pastor of the church, Akin Akingbagbe, says, everybody should imbibe the spirit of unity in all they do to attract blessings from God and promote peace in the country.
My advice for anyone is, whatsoever you are doing in life, don't give up. Continue. Thanksgiving, we always send it. Isaac dug the first one, men they seal it up. He dug the second one. He didn't give up to them. And at the end, Thanksgiving came into being.
Thanksgiving is a show of appreciation to God for all the things that God has been doing in our lives. We need to appreciate Him.
The congregations prayed for the nation and our leaders to be able to stir the affairs of the nation.
And Nigerians, especially Christians, have been enjoined to build stronger family ties for a better society. Ministers of Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints stated this at their annual conference with the theme, Let God Prevail. Rosemary Machadel Bilal completes the report.
The conference, which attracted members from within and outside the country, aimed at equipping members, especially youth, families and members, in fulfilling their destiny.
I think what we're asking them to do is to strengthen themselves individually and strengthen their homes. And we're going to teach all of our members in there the importance of making their home a safe place to go to every day and to live together in love, peace, and harmony.
The annual state conference is meant for members to come together to learn and explore what they have learned in their homes.
So the conference brings together all the wards in the Abuja State region on building stronger families. It will be about being strong, faithful members of the church by keeping the commandments, living righteously, being good neighbors, being good citizens of the country.
One say that the conference has always been a blessing to them and their families.
We learn a lot during annual conferences like this. As you will see, so many speakers will be there.
So my take home in this from this conference is how I've learned on strategies that will help me cope, will help me live this life knowing that I'm not alone. Heavenly Father is always by me, backing me in everything I do.
Performance and songs also forms part of the conference.
What blessings might you hope will come from such a visit?
If you can't make commitments early, you can't handle these responsibilities.
Help us see our body, or how to care for it, and what to do with it.
And away from religious matters, the federal government has concluded the evacuation of stranded Nigerians from Aswan International Airport, Egypt. 2 airlines have been engaged to airlift more than 600 Nigerians from the airport in Egypt. As at 10:30 Sunday morning, one of the airlines, Max Air, landed the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport with 413 Nigerians. Asman Airline is airborne with 300 as at time of these reports and is expected to arrive a few minutes past 12. The Police Service Commission has approved salary payments for the 2021-2022 police recruits who passed out of the police colleges and have been in different police commands and formations in the last 6 months without salary. A statement by the Commission said the decision was reached in the interest of national security, anchored on the need to amicably resolve the lingering issues of recruitment between the Commission and the Nigerian police force, which have occasioned untold hardship on the police constables. The prompt response followed an outcry and appeals from Nigerians that the 2021-2022 police recruits who are yet to be enrolled into the federal government integrated payroll and personal information system, IPPIS, and who have not received salaries. Meanwhile, the Commission's approval for the enrollment of 1,007 recruited personnel into the Nigerian police force in the recruitment exercise of 2021-2022 into the IPPIS payment platform for the purpose of salaries and other emoluments have been conveyed to the Accountant General of the Federation. The Federal Capital Territory Police Command has rescued 58 kidnapped victims held hostage at Udulu Forest, Gegu local government area of Kogi State, bordering Saudana Forest, Nasarawa State, and other identified kidnappers then in communities neighboring the FCT. The bandits and kidnappers on sighting the security team, coordinated by the police, fired at the security team, which resulted in a shootout duel. The bandits were overpowered and escaped with various degrees of bullet injuries, leaving behind their victims. The rescue is part of the efforts by the command's leadership in a sustained joint operation which, with other security agencies and vigilantes and hunters from the various local communities to combat violent crimes in the FCT, rescue victims and bring perpetrators to book. In a statement signed by the FCT Command Public Relations Officer, Superintendent Josephine Ade, the Commissioner of Police, Haruna Garba, has vowed that while effort is being sustained to prevent any further threats to safety and security of residents, the command would also not relent in ensuring the rescue of any resident held hostage by criminals and as well bring the perpetrators to book. The CP called for cooperation of residents, especially in being security conscious and giving credible information to the police. Meanwhile, one Tama Jonathan unfortunately sustained injury during the rescue operation and died on the spot. His remains have subsequently been released to his family for burial. The other 58 rescued victims are being stabilized in the hospital and will be reunited with their families. And away from security, belonging to a professional body such as Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICAN, does not just promote proficiency, but also open doors to friendship. Nevertheless, the 101 newly inducted qualified chartered accountants by top-notch learning centers were advised to uphold integrity and objectivity in their endeavors. Deborah Gazaji-Maika reports.
Do solemnly affirm that I will stand as true ambassador.
That was the oath of allegiance by the newly inducted ICAN members. As ICAN Fellow, proficient service delivery is the watchword henceforth.
Take time to update your knowledge. Key standard issued by IFRS, follow it up.
That will make more doors to open, will make people around you to respect you, even in your absence.
As ambassadors, they represent Top Notch. They also represent Nigeria as a brand.
This is the 11th set of top-notch ambassadors of qualified chartered accountants.
We all need to know that having qualified is not about relaxing. You also need to improve yourself. You need to connect. You need to be relevant in the profession.
There is a approved IPAC ethics code of conduct that they will apply in the course of their work, and using that is what we taught them in Top Notch. They will be able to excel.
Some of the ambassadors testified to the goodness of God to them for seeing them through the journey successfully.
It is one of the most joyous days of my life.
The Top Notch team for what they have done for the impact of knowledge. I'm so happy. In fact, I'm on top of the world. What I think is impossible, God has made it possible. All glory to God.
The induction ceremony is celebrating 101 ambassadors of the Top Notch Learning Center.
Now, a good laugh has a great short-term effect. When you start to laugh, it doesn't just lighten your load mentally, it actually induces physical changes in your body. Mariam George-Tubo in this report guides us through the advantages of laughter and how it can impact one's physical and mental health as the global communities commemorate World Laughter Day.
Laughter, they say, is the best medicine. It draws people together in ways that trigger healthy physical and emotional changes in the body. Laughter strengthens your immune system, boosts mood, diminishes pain, and protects you from the damaging effects of stress. Nothing works faster or more dependably to bring your mind and body back into balance than a good laugh. Humor lightens your burdens, inspires hope, connects you to others, and keeps you grounded, focused, and alert. It also helps you release anger and forgive sooner.
It means a lot because if you are happy, you show it's on your face all over. Any issues you are having, all the burdens will be off you when you laugh.
You don't need to have money before you laugh. Just be happy, laugh.
With so much power to heal and renew, the ability to laugh easily and frequently is a tremendous resource.
You are happy, you definitely laugh. Someone that is sad cannot laugh.
For the time when I see something funny.
It's not only when you see something funny, it's when somebody has given you joy.
The celebration of World Laughter Day is a positive manifestation for world peace and is intended to build a global consciousness of brotherhood and friendship through laughter. It is most often celebrated by gatherings of people in public places with the sole purpose of laughing.
So, whatever problem life dishes out at you, take a moment, open up that sweet mouth of yours and have a good laugh. And I assure you, the problems you have will be put on hold at that moment.
Ask me what I want to be. For developmental program. And once the foundation is right, Nigeria recovery is on your doorstep.
Irin tashin hankalin da ke biyo bayan yaƙi, babu ruwansa da ko kai wane ne. Kabilarka ko kuma addininka. Idan yaƙi ya zo, ritsawa ike yi da kowa mai kuɗi ko talaka. An lalata komai babu sauran abin moriya. Idan aka yi yaƙin basasa a ƙasa, babu wanda ike yin nasara domin kowa sai ya yi asara. A zub da jinin waɗanda ba su ji ba su gani ba, a jefa su cikin masifa babu gaira babu dalili. Duk mai wani abin da zai ƙara musu matsala akan wacce suke fuskanta. Babu abin da ya fi tattaunawa daɗi. Kada mu sake mu yi abin da zai rarraba kawunanmu. Za mu fi ƙarfi da daraja a dunkule. Nigeria ƙasa ɗaya ce, al'umma ɗaya. Kasancewar mu al'umma ɗaya shine ƙarfi da daraja a gare mu kuma shine abin sha'awa a duniya.
Thanks for staying tuned. Now, the Nzem Birom Festival, an annual cultural festival of the indigenous people of Plateau State residents in the FCT, is seeking God's blessings for a successful farming season. Cecilia Julius was there and brought back this report.
These sons and daughters of Birom community cut across the FCT, Nasarawa and Jos, ably represented by the Dagwam Riwe, Riam, Samuel Jos, and other renowned personalities, speak on the significance of the day.
And the significance of Nzem Birom is to usher in the cropping season. Now that the rains have come, people are prepared to go to their farms. After this Nzem Birom, everybody is going to the farm their crops. And this is a prayer that God will give us bountiful harvest this season.
We, as the Birom nation, have come a long way to celebrate our cultures. Today is a festival where we pray to our God, who is our creator, to wet the ground and also give us a good harvest.
The practice of unity and bringing back the culture so that it's sustainable. We don't want our children to miss out. That's why it's mandatory, if you are a Birom person, wherever you find yourself, you have to celebrate this festival once in a year. I'm telling you, Lagos is doing our own, America, they are doing their own, in London, they are doing their own, so that it precedes us as we hand over to the next generation.
Nzem Birom is not just a festival of eating and drinking and dancing, it has become a philosophy and a way of life. If you were at the last two Nzem Birom, particularly that of last year, we made a statement that this is no longer an activity of eating and drinking, but it is a defining moment for who the Birom is.
The Birom people are indeed a lovely set of people. They are quite remarkable, incredible, and of course they have unlimited potentials within Plateau. Why I said that is because their hospitality has enabled all other tribes within Nigeria to come and settle in Jos. And that in itself is one very unique thing about them.
We are in Abuja, but we don't forget about home. We come together as one to celebrate the culture, remind those that have left home that we are still at home.
Not lacking were rich displays of traditional dance and music. Presentations of Zerebiwam Winner, match passed by Becca branches, as well as delicious Birom delicacies, crowned the day with beauty and color.
Let's now bring you entertainment news.
Entertainment news this week, Nia Akimolayo has revealed some of the details of his latest film, The House of Secrets. The first of Ant Hill Studios' 2023 slate, the upcoming project has been described as a dreamy romance drama and a film noir, a cinematic term used for movies that are mostly shot in gloomy grey, black and white. For now, not much is known about the plot, but Akimolayo and Delapo Adigun are reportedly credited as the writers. House of Secrets premieres exclusively on Prime Video on June 30th, 2023. Friday, May 5th, 2023, Nigerian social media influencer Adeoluwa Eniooluwa shared his own version of a famous photo from 1977 featuring former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo and former US President Jimmy Carter. Eniooluwa recreated the picture and posted it on his social media account wearing a blue Yoruba Ashoki and referring to himself as a king. It's worth noting that Eniooluwa did not take his photo at the White House and was not pictured with a current or former US president. The original photo was taken during Carter's presidency and features Obasanjo in the White House. He captioned it, Obaniwa, Obasanjo in 1977, Eni in 2023, because we would forever be king. Furthermore, following her last full-length feature in 2014, Stephanie Okereke-Linus is back with a new project. Title is based on the story of the Aba Women's Riots in 1929. It explores the lives of the brave women of that era who organized a massive revolt against the policies imposed by British colonial administrators in southern eastern Nigeria. Their heroic efforts eventually forced the government to give in to their demands and put their names in history books to be forever remembered and celebrated.
And Frama Panyi is standing by with the events of the past week.
Welcome to another edition of Weekly News Wrap. As usual, we will be bringing you stories that made headlines in the course of last week. Last week, 748 more housing units were added to Nigeria's national housing stock in furtherance of sustained efforts at reducing housing deficit in the country. This followed the inauguration of Zuba Housing Estate in the FCT, constructed by the Federal Housing Authority. President Muhammadu Buhari performed the ceremony. He said the promise of change by his administration has been fulfilled to the beneficiaries. Still in the past week, a new commissioner of police was deployed to the FCT command. He is the Commissioner of Police Haruna Garba. He has taken over as the 30th Commissioner of Police FCT following the promotion of the immediate past CP Sadiq Abubakar to the rank of Assistant Inspector General of Police and subsequently redeployed. The new CP, Haruna Garba, addressed senior officers at a maiden meeting and tasked them to be dutiful and intensify supervisory roles, saying his administration will be characterized by global best practices as well as enjoined FCT residents to partner the command to strengthen service delivery. Now, meanwhile, the new CP of Police, Haruna Garba, said the coordinated strategy aided with credible intelligence from FCT residents, his administration will crush the pockets of crimes and make the nation's capital safe for all law-abiding citizens. CP Haruna gives this assurance while interacting with newsmen at his maiden briefing at the command headquarters. Still talking security in the past week, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC FCT Command, paraded one Muhammad Yahaya for alleged fraudulent activities and failure to abide by agreement reached with parties over purchase and supply of vehicles. Deputy Corps Commandant Anti-Fraud of the Corps, Boligi Yunusa Momodu, paraded the suspect. Now, away from security matters, staff of the Federal Capital Territory Administration were advised to ensure hard work and integrity remain their guiding principles while discharging their responsibility. FCTA Permanent Secretary Olushade Adeshola gave the advice at an award ceremony in honor of 10 retired management staff of the administration. Still in the past week, academic activities resumed in the FCT and the administration assured of adequate security and more space for students and teachers to perform optimally. This was during the inspection of schools after resumption by the FCTA management. Now, 9 persons were arraigned before a mobile court last week in Abuja for allegedly violating environmental laws of the Abuja Environmental Protection Board. Business owners and petty traders condemned in strong terms the closure of Garki Ultra-Modern Market Gate early last week Friday morning, denying them access to the premises. And that's our package for you this week. Sunday Magazine continues shortly.
Physical activity should be part of daily routine of an individual and must not be rigorous, as sports and exercise is part of the recommended healthy lifestyle, International Amateur Athletics Federation IAAF says. Sports correspondent Gideon Johanna has raised this year's World Athletics Day.
But our love will stay. With this year's theme, Athletics for All, a New Beginning, the focus is on encouraging people to participate in athletics and other physical activities to keep themselves healthy. Health, they say, is wealth.
You to relax, feel calm, and so many things added. And you need to watch what you normally eat before going for all those exercises, because there are some particular foods you eat, and when you go for the exercise, you won't last up to the required time you ought to last.
It makes me have a total well-being, clears my mind for my mental clarity and for me to be healthy. Today is the best day to start, because with this you're going to stay healthy, you're going to live an optimal life by the grace of God. Yeah, it will keep you healthy.
Every individual needs to work out and make out 4 times a week to work out so that your blood can regulate. People die nowadays of cardiac arrest and a lack of exercise. So I'm working out now because I want to keep fit, keep my body in shape, look beautiful as usual, and I want to live long, yeah.
World Athletics Day, established by the International Amateur Athletic Federation, IAAF, in 1996, every year on May 7, hosts several activities to encourage people to engage in sports and exercise to promote healthy living.
Yeah, you don't have any business with sickness once you're working out. That's what I believe. That's my own belief. You work out, you watch what you eat, because most times after working out, people go back to maybe all the bad diets they are into. But it's good to exercise and watch what you eat so that you be fit at all times.
You are the sun. According to the Center for Disease Control, not getting enough physical activity can lead to heart disease, stroke, and even cancer. So,
involve in one form of exercise or the other. It could be swimming, it could be track event, it could be playing football, it could be going to the gym, but ensure you're doing something that will keep you fit. In Abuja, Gideon Johanna, NTA News.
Thank you very much, Gideon. And on that sporting note, we conclude this week's Sunday Magazine. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and be vigilant.